Bakhodir Jalolovning jangiga roppa-rosa 19 kun qoldi. Hamyurtimiz o'sha kuni Dilan Prashovichga qarshi jang qiladi. Bu jangni qayerdan jonli efir ko'rish mumkin degan akalarimiz uchun to'liq ma'lumotni shu videoda bilib olasiz. Assalomu alaykum, Shumbola TV kanalining qaddi baland qadrdon akalari. Akalarim sizlar uchun bomba videorolik tayyorladim. Shu kichkina mehnatimizni qadrlagan holda shu videorolikimizga bir dona like bosib qo'ying. Hali hanuz kanalimizga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz, podpisatsiya bilan qo'ng'iroq tugmasini bosib qo'ying. Ha, aytgancha videorolikimizga like bosish mutlaqo bepul. Xabaringiz bor, joriy yilning 17-fevral kuni Saudiya Arabistonining poytaxti Ar-Riyod shahrida o'tkaziladigan professional boks kechasida o'zbekistonlik Bakhodir Jalolov ham ringga ko'tariladi. O'sha kuni hamyurtimiz Bakhodir Jalolovga chernogoriyalik Dilan Prashovich raqiblik qiladi. Bokschimiz Bakhodir Jalolov 17-fevral kungi jangi haqida fikr bildirdi. Saudiya Arabistonda so'nggi kunlarda ko'plab sport turlari bo'yicha nufuzli sport tadbirlari tashkil etilmoqda. Bu kabi musobaqalarda ishtirok etishning o'zi katta natija. 17-fevral kuni Tyson Fury va Aleksandr Usyk o'rtasida o'tadigan jang oqshomida men ham ringga ko'tarilishim haqida xabar berildi va biz rozi bo'ldik. Hatto raqibni ham tashkilotchilar topdi, biz tanlamadik. Bunga sabab men har qanday raqibga qarshi jang qilishga tayyorman va bu yil Olimpiada o'yinlari o'tkaziladi. Ushbu musobaqagacha bo'lgan har bir jangim 4 yillikning eng yirik sport tadbiriga muhim tayyorgarlik vazifasini o'taydi. Mazkur boks oqshomida chiroyli jang o'tkazib g'alaba qozonish uchun ringga chiqaman, dedi Bakhodir Jalolov. Hammani qiziqtirgan savolga ham yetib keldik. Bu jang O'zbekistonning hech qaysi televideniyalarida jonli efirda olib berilmaydi. Shu sababli ekraningizda ko'rib turgan Telegram manzilimizda sizlar uchun jonli efir olib beramiz. Telegram manzilimizga hoziroq o'ting va biz bilan birgalikda hamyurtimiz Bakhodir Jalolovning jangini jonli efir bepul mazza qilib tomosha qiling. Telegram manzilimizni yo'qotib qo'ymaslik uchun hoziroq qo'shilib qo'ying. Aziz va qadrli obunachilar, nima deb o'ylaysizlar? Hamyurtimiz Bakhodir Jalolov Dilan Prashovichga qarshi jangida kimda ustuvorlik ko'proq bo'ladi? O'z fikringizni kommentariyada yozib qoldiring. Sizning fikringiz biz uchun o'ta muhim. Qaddi baland qadrdon akalarim, qara hamyurtimiz Bakhodir Jalolovni qo'llab-quvvatlab kommentariyada olg'a Bakhodir yoki olg'a O'zbekiston deb yozib qoldiring. Aziz va qadrli obunachilar, nima bo'lganda ham hamyurtimiz Bakhodir Jalolovga omad tilagan holda videorolikimizni yakunlasak. Agarda sizga videorolikimiz ma'qul kelgan bo'lsa, Bakhodirning zarbasi kabi bitta moshni like bosib qo'ying. Hali hanuz kanalimizga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz, podpisatsiya bilan qo'ng'iroq tugmasini bosib qo'ying. Kelgusi videoroliklarda ko'rishguncha salomat bo'ling.
Some final words from the referee. Goodness only knows what common language those three are finding, but anyway, I'm sure they all know what they're doing by now. If you're in a ring and you don't know what you're doing, it's time to get out. This really is a case of...
Bilamizki, kanalimizda sportga qiziqadigan akalarimiz juda ko'p. Sizlarga ishonchli bo'lgan omad silkasini kommentariyada qoldirdim. Kommentariyadagi silka orqali o'tib bir qancha sport o'yinlaridan mo'maygina pul ishlab oling. Saytga o'tib ro'yxatdan o'ting va sizga va'da qilingan 3 million so'mgacha bonusni qo'lga kiriting.
First one to land, it could be all over. And just listen to that buzz of anticipation as the big southpaw Bakhodir Jalolov looks to get a win on home soil against the rough and rugged Kristaps Zoutis. The Latvian who will not be intimidated, will not be overawed by the occasion. We'll have to watch those backhands of the big Uzbek, the first one of which has already slipped around the backside of the guard. And you can see he's carrying way too much, really, Zoutis. Which suggests to me that maybe he took it on at short notice, or maybe he has just decided to bulk up and just go for raw power, which he has plenty of anyway. The man with the superior skills is the Olympian, the World Championship gold medalist. Can he impose himself on his rugged opponent here? There's another one of those left hands that draws a little smile from Kristaps Zoutis, which is usually the giveaway. He felt it.
Both fighters not really wanting to take too much of a chance. Neither fighter has been the distance as a pro. All knockouts. The losses for Zoutis has come by a knockout as well. Case of who lands the big shot first.
Yeah, these are two guys who are looking at the three scoring judges going, who are you? What are you doing here? Tell you what, Zoutis is starting to look at this fella and go, oh, I might have moved out of my league a little bit here. His wins have come against the most moderate of opponents. As I say, Danny Williams, the veteran Londoner, was in there, but at 46 years old, Danny well past his best. Still dining out on being the man that beat Mike Tyson back in 2004, Danny. But Zoutis got him out of there in a matter of seconds.
Tyson obviously also passed his best back then. Heavyweight division is one of those divisions where, because there's a lack of weight making and one shot can change everything, you'll get fighters trying to carry on as long as they can. But Jalolov, at the very beginning of his career so far, he's coming along at a nice pace.
Yeah, and Zoutis is already, big dip at the knees there. That left hand went through. Zoutis has got a huge problem here. He just doesn't look like he can get inside. And if he can't get inside on Jalolov, he's got no chance at all. He can just be picked off at range. There he is swinging again, and Jalolov's nowhere near him. I don't think he's struggling to get the distance established. He just knows he can't get in there. He can't work through that jab, and he's just there as target practice at the moment for Jalolov, who is starting to up the tempo, up the intensity. As the bell. In for a busy night, Joel. 3 of his charges in action. Murodjon Akhmadaliev, of course, coming up. So round 2 of this 6-rounder then. Bakhodir Jalolov using his natural physical advantages to good effect through the first 3 minutes. Zoutis already marking up around the forehead there, as you can see, and the Latvian's going to have to gamble, as you say, Paul, isn't he? If he wants to win this fight, and he's got the power that can bother anybody. If this fella lands clean on you, you're going to know about it, but he's got to take a risk and try and step inside. And as you say, the risk factor is huge, because if he does get caught when he does move in, he could be in trouble. But he's not going to win the fight from this range, and he's down, and that's been coming. Well, he measured him up, Jalolov, at the end of the first round, and he's found him perfectly this time, and Zoutis looks into his corner as if to say, what on earth have you guys got me into here? So, the buzz around the arena as they wait for what looks like the inevitable finish here. Zoutis decides he's going to just cover up and stay safe, but he's got nearly 2 minutes of this round to try and survive. And Jalolov looking to measure him up. One more left hand, landing clean. Should be all it takes, and it was a right, though, this time that got him. And waved off. Well, I'm glad he did. Kristaps Zoutis couldn't deal with that. It was a right hook that put him on the floor, and he's still down.
So good with his balance, Jalolov. He doesn't follow through with many shots and lose his balance or lose his shape. Every punch is calculated on the target. Correct the way he punches, typical Eastern European upright style, but he can punch. Boy, can he punch.
Oh, there's a lot to like about this fella. There really is. Well, Zoutis came with that little rueful shake of the head, I think, summed it up. I mean, he couldn't do anything against this big fella. 6'7", very raw. My goodness me, Joel Diaz will be licking his lips at the raw material that he's got to work with here. And yeah, it's not just left-hand heavy. That was the right that undid him.
Yeah, and you see with the right hook, there's no follow-through, and he doesn't fall through. He's not putting everything into the shot, and it still has enough power and force behind it to put Zoutis down. You know, that type of puncher who's accurate, fast, but will keep the balance on both his feet. He can turn that 2-punch combination into 3, 4, 5 and not lose his balance still. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous thing to be against as a heavyweight. Someone who can punch, who doesn't tend to follow through and put everything into every shot.
So actually watching it back, Paul, I hadn't quite realised it was that left hand first that really softened him up. As I said, it was that 2-punch combination, wasn't it? But the right was the finish.
The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 16 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by knockout. He's still Jalolov.
The only surprise, it went into the second round.
Heavyweights, blink and you miss heavyweights, but I'm excited to see what he's going to do, Jalolov, and as I say it again and again and again,